Today's walk around is on none other than the legendary LPT. This walk around was inspired by the question we get from time to time: what is the dump trailer in the Diamond C lineup that the concrete contractor, the construction worker, the landscaper, what do they not need to go without? The LPT is that dump trailer. The LPT was born in 2016 using the front mount telescopic cylinder that's been used in dump trucks and gravel trucks, things like that, for many, many years. It's ultimate pushing power straight on the front of the dump trailer. We use the same frame platform that we designed in 2008 when we pioneered the 8-inch I-beam frame for low profile access. We married the two together and the ultimate dump trailer was born. The LPT that we chose to review today is pretty well in standard form. It, like all the other models that we offer, there's a ton of options and features where you can build it up to fit your needs. What we want to concentrate on today though is the core differences in the body, in the lift, in the LPT, what sets it apart for when you're shopping for a dump trailer. When you're out there looking, you'll notice that in dump trailers, there's tons of different configurations on how people build the box. We've got over 30 years of designs and improvement and R&D in this bed configuration and why we do it the way we do. You'll notice that this one with 24-inch sides is only a two-piece body. You've got the top that rolls over, comes down, one sheet here, and then one sheet here. The thing is, when you're shopping, you'll notice that some have one big long sheet in the middle, and they're like, oh, we got one sheet, it's much better, it's a solid sheet, no seam in the middle. The bad thing is they have seams in the corners in them. What we noticed early on, back in the 80s, early 90s, when you have seams in the corners, and like this one, you can see we've been using it and have rinsed it out, but we didn't get it all out. Very common. And what happens is moisture gets trapped in those corners, in those seams, and over time when you're hauling gravel and debris, the paint coating comes off, but just the nature of a dump trailer, that moisture creeps in there and it's a rust habitat. So number one, you want your seam out in the middle, not in the corners. Number two, with the seam in the middle, there's manufacturers, okay, they do that, but they weld it from front to back. The downside is when you have those two sheets joining together, you have to have a really good weld from front to back, and that is a long weld to get right. So what we learned is that over time, if that weld's not just right and you're throwing chunks of concrete or what have you in there, it can bust those floor sheets apart. You see daylight. That's your investment coming apart. So what we've done for many years, we actually overlap our two sheets, and there's minimum of a few inches of overlap on every Diamond C dump trailer, not just the LPT. This is what we do on our smallest dump all the way up to the WDT, the big boy, is we overlap that sheet so that you don't have the issue of that sheet tearing apart. It's ultimate durability. The next important element of the body construction is the 4-inch wide top rail and extra large side supports. Over the years, we've learned that when these trailers are used for all kinds of brutal applications such as roofing, concrete work, things of that nature, it's tough on the sides. So the industry standard is 2 inches wide. We doubled that at 4 inches. That makes the sides super rigid and resists from bowing out over time. And then to reinforce that, the extra large side supports being 8 inches wide and 4 inches deep covers more of the side of the trailer, giving you even more added insurance that you won't see your trailer be like the ones you've seen going down the road where it's all wavy and you see dents and it's all bowed out and bent, and then you got a trailer that looks like it's 30 years old and it's only a few years old. So those two things really ensure that the dump body will stay together, will work and last a long time. As I mentioned in the intro, the LPT is based on the same 8-inch I-beam low-profile design that we pioneered back in 2008 with the LPD. The low-profile design is great because it allows easy access over the sides of the dump trailer with, say, a skid steer, or even if you're having to hand load debris. The other place where it really shines is loading equipment into the back of it, say a skid steer, a mini excavator. The low-profile design keeps the ramp angle low, making for a nice, easy, safe loading approach. This trailer, this particular LPT, is rated at 14,900 GVW. As you go up from there to the 18,000, 20,000, 24,000, it's still an I-beam frame, but it transfers over to our engineered beam design, which is custom built, engineered, per the length of the trailer, the rating of the trailer, and the job it needs to do. Lastly, but arguably the most impressive part of the LPT is the power system and the telescopic cylinder. For power, we use a Group 27 Continental battery. Most other dump trailers on the market only come with a Group 24, so that's added battery reserve for more dumps per charge. We use a KTI Power Up Gravity Down pump. It's a 3200 PSI pump, gravity down to conserve battery life. The 3-stage telescopic cylinder is where it really gets awesome, because you can't put anything in a more powerful position. I keep saying powerful because you can load this dump trailer in ways that you can't load a scissor lift. I'm not advocating that you overload it, but we all know that if you take it to the gravel pit or the dirt pit and you go have those guys load it, they're trying to get a paycheck, they're trying to get out of there, they're not watching how they load it just right for you. And we all know with a scissor lift, even with the oversized cylinder, if you load them just a little bit too far to the front, it becomes a struggle to lift. With the telescopic mounted straight up on the front, that's not a problem. You don't have to load it just so. It's gonna dump it every single time. Wrapping up, the LPT is coated with our industry-leading DM coating system. It's also backed by a family-owned company who knows what it's like to be in your shoes and trust a brand to stand behind a product when they're using it day in and day out. Jump on our website and build an LPT to fit your needs. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this, and we'll see you on the road.